Oh, what's up, course heroes? Welcome to yet another video. This is your boy Amit, and today we are going to look at WritePanda. This tool looks pretty cool. I compare it to something like Opus Clips, and it chops up your content, gives you video clips, but more than that, it gives you all the social content based on a single video, a single blog URL, or a single podcast, or even your PDF. And it is on a lifetime deal. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so this is my BrightPanda dashboard. When you log in, you're going to see a similar screen. And right here on the home page dashboard, you're going to see these four options. Pretty self-explanatory. I've already uploaded one YouTube video, but we're going to start from scratch here. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I have this video on my Course Wizards podcast. So I have dropped that link in the description. If you are a avid listener to our podcast, would love for you to go check out that video. And if you're not, go check out that video and subscribe to the pod. I've copied that YouTube URL. What I'm going to do is click here to upload the video and let's put the URL. One thing here, I wish the title was optional because I typically just copy the URL. So let's copy the title as well. And we're going to hit transcribe. So what WritePanda is going to do is it's going to take that video, it's going to transcribe it, and then it's going to chop it up into all these different pieces. I primarily like the social aspect. I don't really care so much about the blog. The quotes, Twitter, and also the timestamps are really helpful. Similarly, you could also just upload a video instead of pulling it from YouTube. And then in that upload, you can add any video file and ask it to generate the transcript. Our video is being generated, or I should say, our content for the video is being generated. So I'm going to give this video a pause, come back once that content is generated, and I'll also let you know how much time has passed between me uploading that video and WritePanda generating the content. All right, we are back. Content is generated, and it took about 5 minutes to generate content from that video, which is about 20 minutes long. So not bad. Let's see what this content looks like. So the first thing you're going to see is the full transcription, right? And at the back end, WritePanda is also using OpenAI. So all the stuff is being generated through OpenAI, but you don't have to feed it your transcription. You just use WritePanda and it takes care of the interface. So we have the full transcription, we have titles and the description. What I'm interested in is the Twitter and quotes and the newsletter. So let's look at those. So if you go to Twitter, you will see there's a bunch of tweets that are generated automatically, and you literally can just copy paste these onto your X account, Twitter account, right? This podcast episode was around how to use AI to generate content for online courses. And some of this is perfect, right? Say goodbye to mind numbing tasks and say hello to productivity. Brace yourself. This audio covers practical AI applications. All of this is on point, and we can definitely use this to tweet about it, but you can also edit this post right here and then copy it. While you're editing it, something to note here is you can also change the output language and hit translate. So if I select this, I can change the output language here and hit translate. I can again change this back to English, just play around with it. The transcription seems pretty good. So let's change this back to English, and there we go. Now let's move on to quotes. Before I do, one change I would make here is obviously the big one, right? Rebrand Twitter to X. Other than that, I think the tweets were perfect. Let's move on to quotes. So these are all the different quotes that AI has pulled in for us. So we can read through some of these, but again, same concept here. You can copy them, you can edit them, opens up the editor. You can also have AI rewrite some of that stuff. And then finally, newsletter would be something like a email you want to send out. So this would be your email to your subscribers, and it auto summarizes this for you. Now, this isn't a lot of content. I typically like to add more content in my emails, but it's definitely a great start. And I can copy some of this stuff and then put my own spin on it. Or some of this other stuff, you can definitely look at it. So this is the full transcription that's going to talk through the entire 20 minutes. And then if I'm putting this on YouTube, what I want to look at is the timestamps, right? Because that helps me generate those chapters. So the timestamps work perfect. I can literally copy paste these timestamps and YouTube will generate the chapters for me based on these timestamps. And then we have the subtitle, blog, and titles. So one thing I want to show you here is the blog functionality. It's definitely not something I think is usable at this point because it's pretty skinny as far as the content, but it's a great starting point for those edge tools. And then you can take those edge tools and put them in your own AI software, whether you're using ZimWriter or Phrase AI or any other AI software, or if you're hopefully you're just typing this out with your own brains, so you can just take those edge tools as a starting point and then develop your own blog content. Let's move on to the fun part, the most exciting part, which is the AI video, which is still in beta. So you'll see I have 0 videos created here. And what you want to do is click on generate new. This way you can generate the videos based on the long form content that you have fed WritePanda. So you have 2 options here. I like to pick the AI videos option. And within the AI video options, you have 3 sub options. Of those 3, what I like to pick is the auto face. So let's wait for those options to load and then I can walk you through all the different options you can choose in those video AI. All right, so we have all these generated videos from WritePanda. One thing to note here is you cannot really preview them. And the only option for you here is to generate the video. That's going to take up a credit for your video generation. So I typically like to go for videos that are at least 60 seconds or more. The good news is you get to see how much time each video is. So for example, if you want to take a look at this one, which is 61 seconds, it gives you the timestamp that it's at, and I can hit generate. Now, once you hit generate, you have a few options here. The first is the single static one. Second is dynamic AI face tracking. And it tells you the face tracking is if the 2 people are not in the middle of the screen. What I like is this third options because that's the one Chris and I really use for our podcast is the side by side speaker is you have the 2 speakers side by side and then AI will automatically adjust them one on top of the other. Not only that, the other thing is you have these captions auto generated and they are stamped on your video. Now, this is a new product, still under a lot of development, and the founder is very responsive. He has taken my suggestions. He actually hooked me up with some extra credits because I burned some credits just trying to play around with the system. So shout out to the founder. That being said, what I would like to see here is a lot more control over the colors and the font. Right now, you only have 3 font options and then also a few color options to choose from. So I can change the color that automatically changes the font color and the background color. So I'm going to stick to the black and white. And then you can change whether you want that text to be top, bottom, or middle of the screen. So I'm going to stick to bottom and that's it. You hit generate. You can move that timeline to see how that generation looks. Let's go back and try one more so I can show you the timeline. So this is a good one. I can show you, this is what it looks like right now. And as I scroll through, I can see how it changes. What would be nice is if I could edit this and pick the keyframes, just like Keyframe Studio that was on AppSumo. That would be super awesome. But right now, I believe this product is still in beta. So we get on the ground floor and continue to see it evolve. Again, the founder seems super responsive. So I have high hopes from the product. Now let's see what our generated video looks like. So I'm going to play this out because like the data set that has been fed to AI is far more robust than what we can come up with. And I'm not just saying toss our brains out. I fear for the younger generation with the proliferation of AI tools, but use it to your advantage and how. So you can see the video quality is pretty good. The captions are auto generated and it essentially chops the video for you. and stacks it one on top of the other if you have two people. So that's how the video generation works. That you can either download this, you can delete it, or those are your only two options. There is not an option to edit the captions. So if you wanted to edit the captions, you would want to go to your transcript and edit the transcript. That way, the captions reflect what you're actually saying in the video. The other cool thing is Panda Chat. So, this is your access to OpenAI, to Chat GPT through Panda's interface without using your OpenAI API. Next up, under Manage Subscription, you can manage your subscription or your lifetime deal. Then we have documents. These are documents that was generated by AI. So for example, this was the quotes that was generated. And then we also have the Twitter posts that was generated. Those are housed under documents. And then finally, you have your settings here. You can edit your profile, you can change your password, and also change your billing preferences. And that's pretty much it. I do like the product. I think it still needs to be baked out a little bit more, but the more users that use it, we can provide feedback to the founder who can continue to evolve this product to something like Opus Clips. So I have really high hopes from WritePanda. And there you have it, Course Heroes. That's how you can use Write to get all your social content for your Twitter, your Facebook, and your blog. And on top of that, you get your short videos that you can put on your TikTok, your YouTube, your IG. So check out WritePanda. I'll put that link in the description. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Until next time, keep creating.